This Easter, get ready for double the excitement, double the fun, and double the enjoyment with StarTime's Double Double Upgrade promo. To enjoy this double offer, recharge 2 months of Nova and enjoy 2 months of Classic. Recharge 2 months of Basic and enjoy 2 months of Super. Recharge 2 months of Classic and enjoy 2 months of Super plus 7 days extra. Recharge 2 months of Super and enjoy 2 months plus 15 days extra. Enjoy top movies and series and also live sport action like La Liga, Bundesliga, and so much more. The promo is available to both antenna and dish customers. Promo runs from April 15th to May 30th, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Don't miss out. Recharge now and enjoy double savings, double entertainment, and double upgrades with the StarTimes Double Upgrade promo. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
It's a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, air-conditioned rooms and suites with modern toilet facilities, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor baths, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium equipped with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with special services for banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Hotel is located at Elisha Road, PO Box 3028, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 0803-440-4358, 034-206-855. Email adesuperhotels@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited, hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
This Easter, get ready for double the excitement, double the fun, and double the enjoyment with StarTimes Double Upgrade promo. To enjoy this double offer, recharge 2 months of Nova and enjoy 2 months of Classic. Recharge 2 months of Basic and enjoy 2 months of Super. Recharge 2 months of Classic and enjoy 2 months of Super plus 7 days extra. Recharge 2 months of Super and enjoy 2 months plus 15 days extra. Enjoy top movies and series and also live sport action like La Liga, Bundesliga, and so much more. The promo is available to both antenna and dish customers. Promo runs from April 15th to May 30th, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Don't miss out. Recharge now and enjoy double savings, double entertainment, and double upgrades with the StarTimes Double Upgrade promo. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Good evening and welcome to Weekend Grill on the Nigerian Television Authority, Nta Akure, the dynamic station where we celebrate people, culture, and events. Today is Easter Sunday, day set aside to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus Christ from death. Our correspondent visited some churches to observe how the day was celebrated. Also on our lineup is the report on the award and dinner night, which marked the end of a one-week activities of Nawaj, where wives of prominent men in the society were given Award of Excellence. Weekend Gree was also at the final onward journey of late Chief Mrs. Oludipo Adeuse, who died at the age of 80 years. This and more will come your way after this short break. I am Abiola Ariyo. You're welcome back. First, our news segment. With chants of hallelujah and joyful praises, Christians in Akure gathered at their various worship centers to celebrate Easter Sunday, commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ from death. Adebayo Jegede visited some churches and now reports.
The Easter celebration fosters a spirit of renewal and togetherness as many families come together singing uplifting hymns and sermons that delve into the deeper meaning of Easter beyond the celebratory aspect of it. Clerics encourage Christians to reflect on the assurance of life brought by Jesus' death and the assurance of the return.
To believers, it's a turning point in the life of mankind that God himself comes in the form of man and died for our sin. Not only that he died, he rose again, because he has promised he's going to die and he will rise again. And he said when he rises again, we also will have the assurance that when we die, we will rise again and reign with him.
So it's a promise that has been fulfilled, that was fulfilled years back. And so so whatever God says we will do. In first lesson, we must believe that he will do it and he will perfect it. That's not only that. Through him we have life. And devil has come to destroy. The life came through the Son of God, because we are not all other gods died, all other so-called gods died, and they did not resurrect. Only Jesus Christ resurrected. So we ought to believe him. In him who has life and can give life.
Some members of the congregation who spoke with NTA News said just as Christ laid down his life to reconcile them with God, they will live a good Christian life that is sacrificial to others.
We should no longer nail Jesus on the cross the second time. We should continue to obey his words. We should continue to be obedient in all his instructions.
Because of the fall of man, there is need for reconciliation. That fellowship was broken back then in the Garden of Eden, and there is need for reconciliation, and that is what Jesus has come to do. So the life of Jesus is a sacrificial life, and at seasons like this, as Christians, as individuals, is a time we all should reflect on the essence of this season.
So as children of God, then we should love our fellow human being the way Jesus Christ loved us.
This church service came to an end and brought about a blend of joy and deep reflection. In Akure, Adebayo Jegede, NTA News.
As Christians all over the world celebrate Easter, Ondo State Governor Oluwaloki Ayedatiwa has urged the people of the state to use the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ to show love to one another and promote unity among all residents. In his Easter message to the people of the state, Governor Ayedatiwa urged all to remember that the scriptural emphasis of love has so much relevance for the peaceful coexistence of the people and development of the society. He said the message of Easter reminds all of the power of divine love, faith, and redemption. Easter also evokes in us the resilience of the human spirit, not to give up in the face of seemingly daunting challenges of life. The statement urged all to increase their love for one another rather than hate, and show more patriotic commitments to development of Ondo State. And on sports news, let's join Ahmad Zango for sports updates.
The Nigerian Football Federation has come out to explain that the recent draw for the 2025 President Federation Cup competition was conducted in line with the best practice in the round ladder game across the universe. George Aluo, a member of the NFF Executive Committee, explained that the criticisms over some venues for the quarter-final matches were ill-conceived and unfortunate. According to the fixtures released by the football ruling body, Abakaliki FC will take on Nasarawa United in Benin City as Wiki Tourist clash with Ikorodi City in Mbuari. Akwa United and Kwara United fight it out in Enugu, while the Area 3 Stadium Abuja will host the encounter between Rangers International and Plateau United. All matches are scheduled for 3rd May when the semi-finalists are expected to emerge. Still on football, Morocco have won the 2025 Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON on home soil after defeating Mali 4-2 on penalties after playing a goalless draw at regulation time in the final played at the El Bashir Stadium in Mohammedia on Saturday. The teams cancelled each other out through the 90 minutes, but the young Atlas Lions showed their class in the shootout, sending the home supporters into raptures. As Morocco claimed their first ever AFCON Under-17 title, Morocco and Mali have now joined Burkina Faso, South Africa, Zambia, Ivory Coast, Senegal, Tunisia, Egypt and Uganda as qualifiers for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, which will be held in Qatar in November. Nigeria's Under-17 women's national team, the Flamingos, made a bold statement in their FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifying campaign with a dominant 4-0 win over Algeria in the first leg, played at the Remo Star Stadium in Ekene. The hosts got off to a flying start, with Queen Joseph opening the scoring in just the first minute after capitalizing on a defensive lapse to give Nigeria the early lead. Zainab Raji doubled the advantage in the 13th minute before Queen Joseph completed her brace in the 17th minute. Their efforts were finally capped in stoppage time when Aishat Animashaun called in the 4th goal in the 90th minute from the edge of the 18-yard box, sealing an emphatic victory. With a 4-0 aggregate lead, Nigeria heads into the second leg in Algeria on April 25, with one foot firmly in the next round of the qualifiers, as a win in the return fixture could see the Flamingos secure their ticket to the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. With sport update, Amazongo and Nta News.
This is Weekend Green, where we celebrate people, culture, and events. We shall be back after this break. Please stay with us.
Great things are worth waiting for, and for those who crave and wait, the experience is truly memorable. Introducing the new Dano Evaporated Milk, a creamy, tasty, nourishing way to start your day.
Very creamy and delicious. Now that's worth the wait.
Try Dano Full Cream and Dano Cool Cow Evaporated Milk and taste the Dano difference.
In commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ and making this year Easter celebration a memorable one for our children, Nta Akure, through its dynamic station, has packaged a lot of activities to make this year's Easter Children Party fun-filled. This year's Easter Children's Party will feature bouncy castle, games, and lots of gifts. Date 21st April 2025, Easter Monday. Venue Nta Akure Information Village, Ondo Road, Akure. Time 12 p.m. Gate fee 4,000 naira per child. You can get your access card at our office, Nta Akure Information Village, Ondo Road, Akure. For more inquiry, call Binkwe on 080-6979-7004, Jide 070-3458-3845. Come and experience your Easter celebration like never before.
Sometimes great things are worth waiting for, and for those who crave and wait, the experience is truly memorable. Introducing the new Dano Evaporated Milk, a creamy, tasty, nourishing way to start your day.
Very creamy and delicious. Now that's worth the wait.
Try Dano Full Cream and Dano Cool Cow Evaporated Milk and taste the Dano difference.
You're welcome back. You can also watch us on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube at Nta Akure. And to our weekend grill stories. To round off our week of impactful engagements, capacity building and celebration of excellence, members of the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ Ondo State Chapter, hosted a glamorous dinner and award night as the grand finale of its annual NAWOJ Week. Balkis Jubri reports that the event was more than just a gathering, as it was a vibrant celebration of the strength, voice, and achievements of women in journalism. The report.
A solemn and heartfelt funeral service was conducted at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Floodgate of Favour Parish, Akure, celebrating the life, legacy, and eternal rest of late Mrs. Omokunle Mary Falowo, who passed on to the great beyond at the age of 72. Pastor Ezekiel Adebire, during his sermon, offered words of reflection, reminding the congregation about the importance of living a life built on Christ.
I sincerely apologize for that mix-up. To round off a week of impactful engagements, capacity building, and celebration of excellence, members of the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ Ondo State Chapter, hosted a glamorous dinner and award night as the grand finale of its annual NAWOJ Week. Balkis Jubri reports that the event was more than just a gathering, as it was a vibrant celebration of the strength, voice, and achievements of women in journalism. The report.
Members of the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists were in relaxed mood as it concluded its week-long celebration with grand dinner and award nights. The event brought together members of the pen profession, dignitaries, stakeholders, and well-wishers who came to celebrate excellence, unity, and promotion of women voices in journalism. The chairperson of NAWOJ, Tola Gbadamosi, in a remark, emphasized the importance of continued collaboration, training, and mentorship to strengthen the role of women in the media space.
We are here to speak to women, to encourage them, to give them a word, so that they'll be good example to others, for women to emulate that, even in my little corner, people are noticing me. And people like Ondo NAWOJ are actually noticing me.
We encourage them to put in more effort to make the association greater than it is now.
The chairman of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Prince Leke Adebite, acknowledged the contributions of women journalists to nation building and assured the association of NUJ's continuous support in advancing their goals.
They should continue to project the image of female journalists. Our members who are women should continue to do things that we feel that is hard for women to do.
NTA gathered reaction from the NAWOJ matron, Chief Mrs. Adefumilayo Adekonye, who emphasized unity and the spirit of love to achieve set goals as a team together.
They should support each other. They should love each other, not by words of mouth, from the bottom of their hearts. When you love, you receive blessings.
Major highlights of the event was presentations of awards to wives of prominent men in the society.
Excellent woman. Yeah, you are well recognized. Congratulations.
Guests were treated to different delicacies while listening to melodious music.
Christians have been admonished to live their lives in a way they won't regret at the end of their journey on earth. This admonition was made at the burial ceremony of late Mrs. Omokunle Mary Falowo, who slept in the Lord at the age of 72. Helen Indobisi was there for Weekend Grill.
A solemn and heartfelt funeral service was conducted at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Floodgate of Favour Parish, Akure, celebrating the life, legacy, and eternal rest of late Mrs. Omokunle Mary Falowo, who passed on to the great beyond at the age of 72.
Pastor Ezekiel Adebire, during his sermon, offered words of reflection, reminding the congregation about the importance of living a life built on Christ.
We should not forget that we will soon leave this side of heaven, that one day everyone will leave. Therefore, we should make sure we behave godly in whatever we are doing.
Paid their last respect, after which the presiding minister prayed for the success of the children and grandchildren of the deceased. The funeral service was immediately followed by interment at her residence as her children took turns to perform the dust-to-dust rites. Guests later converged on Idera Event Hall at Nta Akure, where they were hosted to a befitting reception party. The late matriarch was described by family members as a compassionate and resilient woman during her lifetime.
She is my shock absorber. Anytime I face some challenging on site, all the shouting is coming back to her. She encouraged Umada. And I thank God today. She's Abiyamo.
She was a good woman. She's my mentor, my friend, my twin sister, because we resemble each other very well, and we really love each other.
Lots of months, my mom, he prayed for me, he prayed for everybody.
When I lost my mom before marriage, I was like praying that any home that I am going to enter, that God should please let the mother of that my husband to be my home mother, and God answered my prayer.
She was a kind and nice person. My wish for her is that she makes it to heaven and be happy forever and ever.
Late Mrs. Mary Falowa will be remembered as a pillar of strength and support. She is survived by children and grandchildren.
Still celebrating life, death is real, but it is not the end of a journey for believers in Christ. And the best way to celebrate departed loved ones is to give one's life to Jesus Christ. These were the words from the pulpit at the funeral service of late Chief Mrs. Oludipo Adeusi, as her body was laid to rest at the St. Thomas Anglican Church Cemetery, Isikon. Kayode Olorundare reports that the family and the children described their late mother as a philanthropist, lover of God, and a strong pillar in the family. The report.
Seventh-day Adventist Church, Idore Road, Akure, played host to children, family, friends, and well-wishers who came to pay their last respect to late Chief Mrs. Oludipo Adeusi at a funeral service. In his homily, Pastor Adetokunbo Oludumila, who eulogized Mama Oladipo's virtues, urged the children and the congregation to inculcate the art of forgiveness in order for them to make heaven.
What matters is the life we live for God. Jesus is coming again. That is the best way to remember Mama Adeusi.
The church choir rendered special number as the family sang Mama's favorite song to bid her farewell. Special prayers were offered for the children and family as the congregation joined the children in thanksgiving for a life worthy of emulation their matriarch lived. She was committed to Mother F at St. Thomas Anglican Church Cemetery, Isikon, where children, family members, and well-wishers bid her final farewell.
My hero
understand? She was everything to me, you understand? You know, when I look back, it's like I thought I had a hard and a very disciplined upbringing, and I thought she was too strict. But as I grew older, I started to understand the kind of person she was, and she only loved and cared so much and wanted the best for me and people around us.
A fighter for her family. She takes care of everybody to make sure that we are okay.
I will use the word of commitment and integrity. It's somebody that stands with you no matter what situation you have. She's always there for everybody in the family.
Highly principled, highly disciplined, very neat, and very, very cautious of everything around her.
Exceptional woman on earth. Very nice, very family oriented. I don't want to talk about her too much.
He doesn't like dirty things and discipline. You know, people have been saying he can fight you under 30 minutes, he'll be begging you again.
She try a lot for Yadbeza. She do a lot for everybody.
Guests were later hosted in a reception where some cheers, food and drinks were served, while a live band added glamour to the celebration. Late Chief Mrs. Oludipo Adewusi, popularly called Kundip, was born on 25th March 1945 into the pure Seventh-day Adventist family of late Elder Adeyomoye of Ileruku compound and her mother, late Mrs. Sarah Adeyomoye of Ayetoro Ekiti in Idosi local government area of Ekiti State. She started her childhood and education at the Seventh-day Adventist Primary School, Ayetoro Ekiti, and later proceeded to the Seventh-day Adventist Modern School, Otun Ekiti, where she graduated in 1962. She proceeded for a nursery preliminary training at Eleyele, Ibadan between 1964 and 1965, School of Nursing, Akure, Ondo State in 1966, before traveling overseas to Greenwich District Hospital, London, where she qualified as a registered nurse in 1970. Due to her love for fashion, in 1978, she gave up nursing practice for hairdressing in Lagos and later relocated to Akure on the advice of her friend like a sister, Mrs. Dele Omoyajowo. In Ondo State, Kundip was a member of various associations, including President, Hairdressing Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Chapter, where she was a life president until her demise at age 80. She is survived by children and grandchildren.
The remains of the Edema of Akure Kingdom, late High Chief Folabi Fayeun, have been laid to rest amidst encomiums of his lasting legacies. Tony Battery reports that the deceased lived an impactful life of 69 years.
A wake-up, which was part of the burial rites, was first held, where inspiring testimonies about late Aichi Folabi Fayeun were shared. The burial service held at the deceased residence in Akure was a solemn but memorable one, to reflect on his impactful legacies as well as to celebrate a life well spent. In his words of exhortation, Pastor Daniel Makonjola noted that death is inevitable, stressing the need for the fear of God. The children were joined in thanksgiving to God for succeeding their father. The remains of late Aichi Fayeun were interred amidst dust-to-dust rites.
He was a very hardworking man. He really liked children and he would always look out for us.
He takes the education of his children seriously. A kind man, a very strict father.
I'll miss the way he smiles. Most of his pictures, you can always see that the laughter is from, inside, very deep.
He was really an
energetic man. He was full of life. He loved people. He imparted lives. He took care of all his children. He took care of all his wives.
Very nice man, very calm, and he loved everybody around him.
Highly disciplined, cerebral, and a very committed community leader. He was a loyal chief, even to the point of death.
A reception was later held at St. Thomas's Church Event Center to entertain guests. Late High Chief Folabi Fayehun was born to the family of late Chief Aloko and late Felicia Fayehun in September 26, 1956. An indigene of Akure, he had his education home and abroad, which paved way for him into becoming a broadcaster and an entrepreneur. Until his demise, late High Chief Fayehun was the Edemo of Akure Kingdom and a kingmaker. He survived by wives, children, and grandchildren.
And that's our package on the Weekend Grill this week. We thank you for watching. I am Abiola Ario. Good evening and happy Easter.
Get ready for double the excitement, double the fun, and double the enjoyment with StarTime's Double Double Upgrade promo.